Hello and welcome back. Today we are continuing here as Liu Biao in our Romance of the Three Kingdoms run. Last episode we've continued to kind of defend this little choke between both Jiangxia and Chaisang, where, you know, we're just cutting off supply routes. This is one of the easiest places to defend in the game, these two twin cities together, because it's so fruitful to be able to, it's so easy to be able to cut supply lines, and it's very, very difficult for the enemy to try and push just straight up forward. We do have another army coming in, and these guys might be attacking, so we're going to continue to try and defend. In the interim, we did start recruiting out of Wuling, I think. We are starting to recruit out of increasingly more cities as the order is coming on up and they are filling out and occupying all the empty territory with the governors there. And we do have them coming in here. Now, both of these units are absolutely terrifying. Pei Jiang is a custom officer that we have kind of created, who is, let's just click on officers. She is the daughter of Pei Rong and Liu Chan, who's the daughter of Pei Ricles, who's, of course, supposed to represent Athens and Pericles, and Liu Chan, who's the daughter of Leonidu, representing Leonidas, for, you know, the little bit of memes. She has a ton of leadership, a ton of strength, and she has really strong abilities. Notably, they do damage, and we cannot march out with like a 1 or 2k stack versus something like this, because the AI will one-shot us, so we can't really oppose them traditionally. And same thing with this guy who has War God, which is one of the very best damaging abilities in the game, and so he will be incredibly hard to defeat in this way too. He's also one of the strongest officers in the game, and so we are not in a position to really fight these guys heads up. So we're going to try and cut their supply line with Sun Bin, who is quite good. So if we go to city info and take a look at Sun Bin, he's the guy that we've talked about a couple times. I really like him a lot. He is Divine Eye and Voracious, and so this will increase ailments, I believe. No, your own ailments are shortened, enemy ailments are lengthened, assault of enemies is decreased, and Vantage Ground, which is particularly good because in areas we control, he will have increased speed, and so this will be really good. He's also notably really good in the bow formation, but right now we're using him in the dashing formation. He just needs to get through there quickly. We're probably going to loop around here, look to get back in and see about doing some damage, and so we're going to take a turn here. We're going to see the demise of Zhang Hui, who is one of the stronger custom-built officers. She built a... And then also, this little action is happening as well. Of course, we didn't get to see the destruction of her because we looked away for a second. But we are seeing... it looks like everyone's kind of coming for Chaisang. Lu Bu is going to aggro onto Jiang Qin there, which is very nice for us, but it looks like that's a lot more guys, and them attacking from this direction, it is much harder to defend this direction, but we're still going to look to cut off Lu Bu's supply line here, and so we are going to come all the way here, and then I think we're going to need to kind of come back and re-enter the city with him. That's just how we'll lay it down as far as tactically there, and here, they are constructing a camp. So we might just sit tight here for one turn while they construct up the camp. We might also, they have control of the area. If we just march our guy onto the area, you can see it's delineated with this white line. If we march him on here, then they can't, they will not auto-grow this area. So we will just march him there and not get close enough for them to aggro us with the auto-aggro. And then we will kind of do the rest... See, what we really want is we really want to start getting defensive buildings set up here, but I think that them rumbling, they might just rumble a ton between the two of them, and we might get off kind of freely here, but I think we're going to want to march out someone from here to try and assist. The problem is, man, do we not want to get anyone into... we do not want anyone to rumble with Lu Bu on solid ground. He will just one-shot them because he again has this War God trait, or this War God, what is it? Or Heaven's Warrior. I thought it was War God, but he is Heaven's Warrior, and that will just one-shot. It does a ton of damage, and there's no way we survive it. Let's see if we have anyone who's really good with the boat. So we are looking for people with particular tactics. Yeah, he doesn't have it. I think Storm is one of them. Let's just kind of look at tactics. Storm is one. Expel is another. So it looks like Hasdrubal Barca will be pretty good, as will Hamilcar. Hamilcar, I believe, is overall better. Or maybe Hasdrubal will be better for us. We can use him in a fish formation, just in case it becomes relevant. Let's just take a look at what Hamilcar looks like. Towering Aura. He does have Expel. It's his naval strategy. But I believe Storm is also a naval strategy, so we'll just use him. We'll use a pretty decent size of him. And this way, and we'll also use Fish. We probably won't need it, but we might need it, so we'll just march him out. And he can try and... or he's going to be pretty useful for recutting supply lines, as well as fighting on the ground if we need him to, but we can't really fight him into Lu Bu. We can fight Jian Qin, we can fight this guy with that guy. We might be able to fight these two guys are really strong, but we'll just move him on over here, I think. And then we will kind of do some other city things. Alright, for this turn, I think we're going to take a look at what happens over here. Oops, we forgot to search everything up. We're just going to use the auto search. Again, kind of using a lot of our leftover maneuvers for this. And then we're going to end the turn here and see how this shapes up. We do have Sun Bin coming on over here. We just want to make sure no one kind of comes in that direction. Yeah, we are getting a little diploed out here. There's not much we could do about it. We don't have the funds to really do anything about it. And yeah, that is exactly what we want to see. Lu Bu notably also does have tactics on the water. Yeah, we just don't want to fight him. But Delighted... Ooh, these are headed for Lujiang. So that's actually really nice for us. We should probably get both of these cuts through. So we are in good shape here, because I thought this was headed towards us. This is not headed towards us. This is headed towards them. And just kind of taking a look over here. They have started to, or they will start to march, you know, towards us here. I don't know if they'll quite get to Yong'an quite yet, but we want them to, by the time they hit Yong'an, we want to have gotten, you know, cut off their supply line here. And so maybe we want to just wait right by it. I think we maybe just want to cut the line here. And hope we don't get absolutely wrecked. Yeah, I think this is going to be the way we do things. Really excited to see this over here. It looks like they've decided against this kind of combat over here. And let's see. It looks like Gongsun Zan will live to fight another day. Well, maybe this is the day he's going to live to fight. These two guys heading on over for him, looking to annex him. But we will see how this shapes up. So it does look, I didn't notice it in the thing, or in the post notifications, like who's marching on you type of thing, but it looks like Hannibal Barca might be headed towards Guanzhong, so we do have another 1,900 troops coming over to reinforce. Hopefully that turns out okay, but let's see how this shakes out, because this is going to be kind of the more pivotal one. Again, these guys we really can't engage. We can't engage Lu Bu. They're just going to be too uncomfortable for us here. But he is going to first cut the supply line. And he doesn't cut it quite yet, so the timing on this is just about perfect. They'll get onto the city, and then they will be cut. And then we can maybe send someone out. So Shai Zi is on the way to Guanzhong, and so that is the notification that we are concerned about. And Liu Zhang is on the way over here, which means Lu Bu is leaving us alone over here. He's maybe done with this. So we just have to dodge him in his entirety. So we will march these guys back. And then I think we will just march this guy back. We're not going to cut their supply lines because it looks like they're going to retreat that way. But I think we'll just march back into the city. We will need to march someone out to take the port, but we just don't want to fight them. And these guys can fight amongst themselves as far as we're concerned. And so now we just need to, yeah, he's going to come in and we're going to have to try and figure out how to cut his supply line, except for this guy's thing is he cares a whole lot less about his supply line being cut. He's got the calm trait, and he won't suffer any status ailments. And he's got Sojourner, so his morale is decreasing less, which is another negative side effect. And so he is going to be particularly scary, and again, he does have also strong abilities. Actually, no, he doesn't have any that do damage, right? No, he's got Brocade Assault, he does. And so, yeah, a victim of our own creation. We will be pretty soon here. But we are starting to recruit up into some places like Xiangyang is starting to get a decent amount of troops. Jiangxia is coming on up, and these places are starting to fill out quite nicely. Again, the game plan is to really consolidate pretty heavily here in Jing. The AI is not very good, and we can cheese them now, but eventually all the AI will unify against us, and then the game will get really, really hard. I don't think I've won through this sort of unification before, and so we're going to look to really set up a lot of defensive structures and this type of stuff, and look to put ourselves in a position to push through this. But we will do some city stuff, and we will be back trying to win this here, which this should go really, really well for us. So we got a little supply train coming out from Jiangling that's bringing food and gold over to Chaisang, which is kind of running low on both because they've had guys marching out. They're starting to recruit up. I believe we have recruiting up in Chaisang. We now have recruiting in Wuling here, and so that'll be nice. And you know, we're gonna take a look at this. Now these guys need gold as well. Maybe we should this is a shame. We probably should have focused a lot more of the searching here in Yong'an. We will probably have to reward the officers when they run out of gold with the gold from here, and we are going to lose troops from this. This is a little bit of bad planning on our part, and by ours I mean mine. We're going to relay here, we're going to come in here, and then we're going to look to sidestep these guys and relay back and just kind of return, not deal with the camp in, like, just straight up, and so we'll kind of just take a look at how this unfolds. It looks like they're sending more guys, which is not ideal for us. But they should also both get into Yong'an's territory, which means we will be able to assign a new governor over here. And so we're going to shower them with arrows, and now their supply line has been cut. Liu Bei is marching to Jiangxia. That's not ideal. Zhang is marching to Chaisang now. Liu Zhang is on the way to Yong'an and Shaizi. So we are getting attacked on all fronts now. These guys should get made short work of. I'm not sure if they'll continue advancing. We do need to assign a governor there. So we'll just kind of come in here and assign whoever's available. It looks like they're doing okay on agriculture, so we'll sort by agriculture. We'll find the agricultural boyo and we'll use him. But that front is kind of going to be concerning. This front is going to be concerning. We are going to march out. Do we have anyone with Mountain Warlord is kind of a question. Now, Huo Quibing, if I recall correctly, does has dash. So I think we're going to use this dash to kind of go around. He also has Radiant Thrust, which is a pretty good ability, but again, these guys will have way higher stats. Their defense and assault will be way higher than us because the AI has pretty significant advantage, such that we kind of have to fight it this way. So we're going to come in here, and we're just going to look to cut off the supply line here over the course of the next two things. So that's what we'll be doing here. Again, just a lot of supply line cutting here. And this guy did not behave as we thought he would, so this is actually super mega unfortunate. It said he wasn't marching on us anymore, and then he decided to left turn and march on us. So we are going to kind of come out to deal with that. These guys will be coming through. This guy, again, is another guy we just can't beat in battle. Kind of unfortunate to have all of the very strongest guys on our front, but I guess we'll try and make a way about it. I think we're just going to come in and just look to come around and cut the supply line as fast as we can, and just like fully cut it, and just advance to there and see what we can do. I think the city should be able to hold on. They don't have a siege weapon, and if he doesn't have like something like volley or something like this, so volley will be able to target Chaisang, so that is a little bit of concern. Man, really unfortunate we are sending that guy back. We are going to march out with this guy though, or someone from here. Do we have anyone who could do snake formation pretty well? We do. This guy's pretty strong. We're gonna use max troops. He has a couple of abilities that are pretty good. This is a special one. All enemy abilities decrease. Slash and run gives restrain. And this one applies disorder, so all of these are pretty good. But the main idea here is that we're going to march him over. We have to grab the port in order to do that. So we're going to march him over here and look to cut off supply lines. So we're just going to advance him over here. Liu Bei will not have boats, so we're going to actually march him one notch off, just in case this guy somehow beelines over here. We'll adjust as needed, but he's going to help defend over here. Notice the two cities help cover each other here and here. This is a very nice defensive front, which is one of the reasons we selected Liu Bao for this. I think that we do need to reward, and then we're just about ready to kind of end the turn here. We are just checking to make sure no one's at 97 or lower, and then if we have anyone who's particularly good, we are rewarding them up as well. So just looking to slowly get everyone up to max loyalty. We're going to check the employ as well, but most people have already been fully employed, and so we will just search it up. We will first focus here, because this place needs gold desperately. Otherwise, troops are going to start leaving. So, that is in Yong'an. Maybe we want to march out from here. We'll search with the two recommended guys. But, so, here's the thing about Usagi Kenshin. He is not confused. He must have something that prevents him from being confused. And it is a little tempting to march out with Big Boyo Guanzhong and, you know, look to kind of damage down her really quick and then return to the city. Maybe we could do this. Because she's confused anyways, and I think this will be a nice little bit of extra damage that we can get down kind of for free. He will be returning to the city. It looks like they returned their unit there, and so we'll be in really good shape here. So we're just gonna, you know, use a full search. Got an auto search. This is not the most efficient, but it is faster, and we will take the turn here. So we're just looking to get down a lot of damage here. And so she takes damage, he dips, and we avoid this guy entirely. All the natural alliances end, and we again have marching towards Jiangxia, Chaisang, and Yong'an. It looks like we actually might lose this city. That's unfortunate. Hopefully they can hold off long enough. I'm gonna send this guy down to try and distract, or just attack directly, while Ganning is more than capable of cutting off the supply line. But it's not looking very good. Is he losing morale? I think they don't lose morale when they're transporting, but we'll just leave this guy there once he gets on up to there. I think that'll be fine. That'll be really unfortunate if we lose this city. It's such a good spot. I think we're just gonna come in here and march here first, and then march down to here. And by then he might be done kind of building up this here. We're gonna swap around and do some eco stuff too though here. Alright, so we'll take a turn off here. We notably redid a lot of the eco by hand in Xiangyang so that it was doing the right things, basically, so that we're trying to advance to the next level and everything. So, for example, let's just go here, area info. We have... Oh, it's not showing us. Show us the area info. So this is level 2 in commerce. We're trying to get the agriculture up to the next level. We're trying to get every single one of these up to level 2. And so you just micromanage which one you're currently working on. Now, hopefully, Lubu does not have another volley for us, because if so, I think we lose the city. But if he doesn't, we should be fine. And we are kind of preparing to push up and cut off supply line over here. This battle over here should be basically wrapped up. These guys will just kind of fall on their own sword over there. Yeah, really wish we had gotten these soldiers over faster, but we couldn't transport through that gap. It is a bit unfortunate. Also, transports go really slow through the water, but we do need to get gold and food over here, so that's why we have to use the transport. And so, yeah. Looks like Liu Bang moved around. Oh, this is not going to be ideal. If he can renew the supply line. Alright, we get our first duel of this, you know, entire thing. So we are going to watch it out in its entirety. Normally kind of just skip through these. You have no player agency, so you just kind of watch the duel happen, is my recollection. Or the duel system's very superficial. Unlike previous versions of this game where it's pretty substantive, but we win ourselves a duel here. So he will take a huge morale hit, and on top of, yeah, and they get their supply line cut, and so they will be having problems. Zhang is headed towards Jiangxia, so maybe that's what Zhang Liao is moving towards. Yeah, but now Lubu is confused. He doesn't know. He's crying, screaming, and throwing up. He doesn't know what's what. And so I think we'll just come in on him. Since he's confused, he can't use tactics on us. And so we're going to do this, and we're going to do post commands. We just want them to retreat. It looks like he might be trying to cut our supply line here. I'm not sure exactly, but we'll relay. It will come. We'll allow. No, actually, let's not allow. Let's come to relay. Yeah, these just should enter. Come back home. We miss you. For Guanzhong. Are these both coming our way too? That will be a little bit annoying. This guy should be able to fight off some people as long as they don't trigger tactics too hard on him. He's going for Jinling, it looks like. Which might be a little bit awkward. I think we'll look to push up to here. That way we are in a position to kind of do something. Hopefully we don't get... this is a little bit close to them, so hopefully we don't get wrecked off the back of that. And this guy should... either die or retreat pretty soon. I don't think we want to march out because I think it's just going to hurt us. We're not ready to be hurt like that. So I think that we will just reward, just kind of checking. Everyone's kind of pretty well happy with us. We'll check employ real quick, and then we'll just be passing the turn here after, you know, auto searching in a lot of places with all the people. Looking to just kind of get a little bit of value because you can discover items and such. I think we're okay here now, so we'll just kind of take the zoomed out view and try and see what's going on here. Lubu should fall pretty quick here because he's only got doesn't have enough guys really, and he hasn't aggroed us here, and it looks like those guys are marching back. So, we just have guys marching to Jiangxia, or Shengzhou, or Shaizi. Yeah, so he's marching on to us here. And so we are going to come here. We're going to cut his supply line through here, and then we're going to just look to get back to our city kind of safely. He will still be very dangerous, but he won't get confused. And we can't really march out to meet him, so we're just going to cut the supply line and then dip for that. Not much we can do there. They do get destroyed, so we're going to march out of here with a little bit of a force. Not a very big one. Why is he unavailable? Weird. But we're going to march out with these guys just for the purpose of taking out this. So we're going to do a little fire attack. And he should work on knocking down that camp there. I think we'll do a little bit of eco, and then we'll be back with the turn pass to see how this goes. Actually, so if we push into Yundu, the danger is that I think maybe we cut through here. We'll just do this, 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 and then look to cut back into the territory. The problem is our supply line can get cut if we do not have a unit in here. So maybe we actually just wait. We come up to this hill and wait, I think. And then look to come down back and come into this forest here and retake this province. I think that seems okay. Hasdrubal Barca's headed back. Yeah, so we're just going to eco up a little. Alright, so we're going to take a turn off. Notably, we are transporting over to Yong'an from our kind of breadbasket city. We're recruiting up in Wuling, so we're hoping when we don't get wrecked too bad by Hannibal. Hannibal's notably, I believe I set it up so he's really bad at taking cities though, so this is something, because he never managed to take Rome, and so it seemed appropriate that he be bad at taking cities. You know, just because he's bad at taking cities, he's still extraordinarily strong as a general. His supply line is cut, but as you can see, he's not confused or anything, so we're just going to have to, I think, just wait for him to decay down. We notably will assign a new governor to these cities that we've put up, so we're just going to put them to kind of assign for public order. We'll just kind of take the less inefficient, just looking at them real quick. And we have these. Where are you guys headed? Are you really headed for well, I guess that makes sense to be headed for Chaisang, but we're gonna have to do something about it, and it's awkward when they attack both the cities at once and when Jiangxia gets attacked from both angles, which is the case. Really, really nasty. And it looks like he is coming for us here. So we are in a weird spot. I think we're just gonna dip if we can. We might have trapped ourselves here. He will one-shot us, though, is the problem. Huh. He will one-shot us. I don't know if he's coming for us. Here. Yeah, look at that. Look at his attack and defense. Look at ours. We have a lot more maneuver than he does. Maybe we can just kind of duck him and avoid him. He has to travel through swamps. We'll try and do that, I guess, and try and get onto the water. Meanwhile, from here, we will march out one guy under the owl formation. Do any one of these guys have dash? No, but he has Mountain Warlord, which means he's going to move faster through the mountains, which is where we're sending him. So we're going to send him over to here to cut off, because maybe we're not going to be able to do it with him. Which is a little bit uncomfortable, because we would have liked him to be able to cut off on this side, but I think we're going to need him also to cut off these guys' supply line. Oh, God. I don't know if they're not attacking anymore or what over here in regards to them, but we do have another 2k troops coming on in, so that'll help out quite a bit. We do need to eventually get some static defenses down. I think we will kind of do... This guy's headed out to take care of that camp. But I think, yeah, I think that'll be good for now. Hopefully this guy doesn't get wrecked. He might get wrecked. He might get wrecked. Alright, so we got a lot going on here, so we need to take it all in. We are transporting from the capital down to Chaisang a few thousand troops, which will hopefully help out. We are under quite a bit of pressure here. And, are they coming for us here? Yeah, it looks like he's coming for us, so now this guy gets to wrap around, because Mr. Ziangji, he can only go one direction at a time, and so he can't trap everyone at once. Qiu Yang is still under fire. Did that say that these guys weren't attacking us here anymore? That is curious. I didn't quite catch if the Wu Kui backed up. I think we'll just put this guy, we'll ease this guy up into here, and we'll just look to hold in case Ziangji's got some sort of thing. I think we'll come in here and look to just repair this as a kind of, you know, move and have some flexibility. We'll probably go back for Jingling, but we might go just into Jiangxia and have a little bit more reinforcements. It looks like they are just straight up coming for us here. I think we're just going to sit inside the city, but we need to have someone drilling up now. I think we're going to set Ganning for this. And we're just going to look to hole up in the city, I think. You know, just cut the supply line first. And then go after Jai Ling's unit with Hasdrubal, who should do a pretty good job. We do have more soldiers coming. We've got more soldiers coming this way a little bit. I think we're going to set this guy to attack. Oh, we can't set him to retreat afterwards. Well, he'll just stick there, and he'll be attacking that. I think that we don't have anything too crazy we want to do. Hannibal will not be able to take the city, but we will look to make sure we don't encounter him with quibbing in terms of our route. We should be pretty fine on that front. I don't think we want to redo any of the eco here, and so I think we will just search it up and then end the turn and see what happens here. We'll just kind of let the warlord decide and end the turn here. Now, expecting these guys to get a... maybe we should have marched out. Probably should have marched a unit out here to start wrapping around this way. But, yeah, and this is going to be a little bit uncomfortable. We do get provoked here. And we have Zhang is attacking Chaiseng, and Jiangxia, and Chaiseng is in battle. So that implies to me that this boyo down here is retreating. He's had enough. We might be able to pursue him and try and capture him, but I think he'll just wipe our unit instantly, and so we will avoid doing that. He's just on his way out. We're not going to bother him. I think we can defend this another turn, so that's fine. I think we will get ready. Looks like these guys are back to advancing, so we're just going to look to cut their line here. We will relay into here, and then we will come down into here. We did repair this up. Unfortunately, this formation is not very good for fighting on flat ground, so I think we're just going to march him on over to the city here, and then we will march out of... Oh, these guys are going up. They're going high. Let's see if we can march another guy out of here. We move... This guy will be fine. He's also pretty good... But we will look to try and... I'm going to march him just out to here and just kind of wait and see how they turn. And if they turn in like this, we'll look to cut the supply line that way. So we're getting in here, we're going to cut this supply line, we're going to cut that supply line, this supply line as well. And we're going to do a little bit of eco on the side. Okay, so we're ready to pass here. Hopefully everything holds together. It's very, very tenuous how we're able to hold everything together now, but I think we're in okay shape. We maybe should have marched a unit out from here, another unit out from here, but we're going to wait until they kind of try and pull the noose. These guys can also notably fight each other, and so this is kind of something we'd be interested in. Ooh, looks like Zhang Ji is going to kill him. So that is a bit unfortunate. Or is he going to get out in time? He is quite a bit faster. So maybe he dips in time? He is considerably faster, so maybe we just look to get him into the water here. He's going to ignore. And if this is the case, this guy's left undefended, right? So we might be able to go for that. It looks like... I'm not sure if they're kind of headed in yet, but we will just send out, I think, Ma Gong with... Ooh, no, he doesn't have... We need someone who has a fish. And... kind of wanted to keep Li Mu in the city, because he is good at defending the city. And so we might just march him out. We're gonna... Disorder's really good, so we're gonna do that. Towering Ore is not gonna be particularly good here, but we will just send him into Wu Kui here, and or actually we'll relay and go attack. And that way if Ziangji chases, he'll be in trouble. And if he doesn't chase, if Ziangji doesn't chase, then the supply line's getting cut here. Right? And we'll go, we'll actually advance to here. And go here. Make sure we keep the guy in this thing so they will not gain any ground from their governor. And we have to make a bit of a gamble here. I think they're going to go for the city. And so we will look to spring this little cutoff here and go for this. And if we are wrong, we will lose the guy and perhaps the city. Looks like we have cut the supply line here, and both these guys are confused, so we can march out and just look to kind of end them a little bit quicker. This will be nice for us. We are probably going to do 1 stacks, because this is kind of what we can do. Or actually, why don't we... And then we're going to go relay and then attack here. And he'll retreat afterwards, because I don't want to leave him too long unattended, but we will march out with Liu Nidu as well. I do think he has fish. He does have fish. We'll send out 1,200. And go here, and he will attack this guy. Afterwards, we'll let him attack, keep attacking, so he'll finish off Jai Ling. If, Zhang Liao is finished first, who's this guy, who is quite strong, 3 Kingdoms guy, but he is confused now. He doesn't know where he's at. He's crying, screaming, and throwing up. And we will march out. We'll use her with Goose. She notably pairs with Liu Nidu, so we will relay here. Post, we will retreat, and we will just actually post. We'll just keep attacking. So we'll relay, and then look to attack him. And this is marching out almost all of our guys from the city, but it should be fine, TM. And we should just make short work of them before they get unconfused. That's headed on over there. I think we're in okay shape in all these places. Where's this guy going? Okay, he's just picking this up, so that's fine. It was never meant to be ours anyways. He's marching back. We'll just send him back kind of the normal way. And what do we have here in regards to this? We have a guy we can employ that we couldn't before? Or is that notifying us because Jiang Gan? Zhao Hu He is really good, and we might be able to poach him here. He is the minister that helped Liu Bang form the Han Empire, or the Dynasty, for the first time. But I'm not sure exactly why we had a notification button. Jiang Gan's probably not worth Huan Shao's time, considering it's very unlikely that it goes off, but it might be worth her time. And then we will kind of do a once-over here. I think that... Yeah, I think we're in okay shape. We're very tenuous. Because if we lose one of these cities, it will significantly impede our future prospects. Kind of would like to really hold on to both of them. And hopefully this shakes out okay. Should be a lot of damage. Zhao Hu He leaves, that seems fine. It should be a lot of damage down pretty quick here, while they're still confused. And so... And we get a little tactic going. And so some of them, they should go back in with the other two. And now Hasdrubal is headed back. Sun Ce is going to attack Chai Sang. Come on. Shai Zi is advancing on Gu Yang. This is quite a lot. We're going to tuck these guys back into the city, I think. And it's a good thing we marched Hasdrubal out into Fish, because he will be probably needed to defend this. Looks like we're going to cut off the supply line here. And we might even want to... No, let's get here. And our supply line is cut by Ziangji, but in return, he has left this guy undefended. Unfortunately, we're not even winning this. That's kind of grim. So that's not ideal. She's going to do a lot of damage to the city as well. This might be the end of the city. Hopefully we can hold on here. But I think we're going to conclude the episode here. We have filled out the map quite a bit with our governors, governing types of stuff. Oh, this is the attack. That's a nothing burger. And, you know, we are starting to come on up. We're starting to get more troops. We might lose this city, Jiangxia. You know, in particular, it's going to depend on how Jiangji behaves. I think he is going to murder this guy, Mr. Mago, in the coming episode, but we will see how that shakes up. But we have been successfully defending so far by cutting supply lines and this sort of stuff. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Other than that, have a good day.